Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avatara Varishthaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagatgurum Padapadme Tayo Shitva Pranamami Muhormuhu Namasri Atirajaya Vivekananda Sure Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Sarvapriyananda. Dear Swami Sarvapriyananda and the assembled devotees, friends, well-wishers. Even today also there are requests coming for registration. We are extremely happy that our Sarvapriyananda is with us this evening, today, tomorrow and day after. He will discuss a very famous hymn of Adi Shankaracharya, Pratasmarami Sutra. What you should remember in the morning, the first thing you get up. You have all been given a copy of the text of the slokas. Maharaj will discuss in great detail. Largely, Maharaj, wherever a few days back we had a wonderful retreat at the new retreat center which you have developed in between Uttarkashi and Rishikesh, midway, at a height of 5,000 feet. Amidst the sylvan surroundings, it's called Sharda Tapovan. So there he did for 3 days his Advaita Makanda. So largely, wherever you request him, it's all a torrential flow of Advaitic ideas. So that's what he really specializes, although he can talk on other topics, he talks also, but largely, there was a great sage called Ramana Maharshi. Once a lady who had lost her son, probably only child, she went and cried and wept. So he said, find out who am I. So there was another great sadhu, he was called Kavya Kanta Ganapati Shastri. He was a close associate of Ramashi, a great, equally great Advaita Jnani. But he said, Moshe, why you tell her all that? How she would understand? Then Ramana said, I don't know anything else. That's what I know. So then he said, you please send such people to me. So like that, Maharaj, whenever you, even at midnight, if you wake you up and ask, you would elaborately discuss Atman and Brahman. But the beauty is he makes it so lucid, even the rank beginner can understand and appreciate. So I'm sure we are going to have a feast of this wonderful Smarami, Pratasmarami Sutra, very beautiful Pratasmarami, the Atman which shines in my heart, that's how it starts, the first sloka. So I thought that I should not eat into Maharaj's time.
Om Sato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness unto light, lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Revered Swami Shantatmanji Maharaj, dear friends, Maharaj asked me to offer a retreat here. There was one up in the Himalayas, halfway between Rishikesh and Uttarkashi, 5,000 feet high, in a beautiful new retreat center, which Maharaj has taken the initiative in starting and nourishing and developing. And here in Gurgaon. So the subject I thought for 3 days, one that comes easily to my mind automatically is the Pratasmarana Stotra, a composition by Adi Shankaracharya. It has 3 verses. And I thought we could do 1 verse every day. We could study 1 verse every day. One reason why it comes to mind for me is it's sort of automatic for me now. So every day in the morning when I get up, I repeat this mentally. it's become a habit. Not that I repeat it with a great deal of profundity or insight or anything. It's just sort of mechanical for me now. But still, it reminds us of the Advaitic truth. What is the Advaitic truth? Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. There is one non-dual truth, reality of this universe, existence, consciousness, place. And you are that. Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. It means that you are none other than Brahman, and Brahman is none other than you. This other side of it, nobody, you are not anything other than Brahman means you are not the body, not the mind that will come today, not the prana, not the intellect. What we normally take ourselves to be, you are actually not that. Those are there. Provisionally, let us say, those are there, body, mind, everything is here. But what we do not inquire into is am I literally bones and flesh and skin and hair? Am I literally these fleeting thoughts and ideas and opinions and attitudes? Or am I something beyond, which is giving illumination and existence to this body and mind? So you are that Brahman. You are not body, not mind, you are Brahman. The other way around. Brahman is you. See, other than you, there is no, one sadhu said, आपके सिवा ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर कोई ईश्वर नहीं है. But not you the person. Remember, first, you the witness consciousness. Not you Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so. Not that you are Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. That is ridiculous. So as pure consciousness, that is Brahman. I remember one of our very senior Swamis, Ramanandaji Maharaj, who is now in Banaras, he told me this story, that when he was a young student, he used to visit a very revered monk of our order, Swami Premeshanandaji. And one day, this young student who later became Swami Ramananda, he is bound down to Swami Premeshanandaji, and Premeshanandaji, who was a disciple of Ma Sharda, Holy Mother, was regarded as a Brahmagyani in our order during his lifetime itself. He touched Ramanandaji here. And the young man, he recoiled suddenly. It was unexpected. Nothing mystical. Just touched him there, he recoiled. And the Swami said, there, that one, which got startled. Other than that, there is no God. Of course, he used more salty language. In Bengali, he said, oi je chomke utlo, o chhada kono shala bhagavan nahi. There's no rascal God other than that. Now, those who understand Advaita understand it in context. Don't misunderstand. Not that that young person is God. That one consciousness, which illumines that startled mind, is the same one consciousness in every being. All human beings, all living beings, shining through every mind and all the senses. Constant. Which Krishna refers to in the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 2nd verse. Kshetragyam chapi mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. In all bodies and minds, there is one consciousness shining forth. And I, Krishna says, I am that. God says, I am that one consciousness. So it's Advaita, so it's very clear. Other than that, there is no God. You will say, no, but other than that, there is no God, Ishvara, Bhagavan. Other than consciousness. It should be obvious. When you say God is in heaven and all is right with the world, you mean that one consciousness with the Nama Rupa of, Narayana or Shiva or Devi, whatever. Alright. So, this very truth, Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya, Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. You are Brahman and the world is an appearance in you, that Brahman. It's not a separate reality. It's not as we think of it now. I am this person and here's a separate hall and there are people in my life, people I like, people I do not like, my whole life story, samsara. This is an appearance in consciousness. That's the meaning of Jagat Mithya. It's an appearance in consciousness. Sort of literal statement of fact. Isn't the word an appearance in our consciousness? Where else do you experience the word? Alright. These three verses will tell us the same thing. The same truth in Advaita Vedanta. Brahman is real, the world is an appearance, and you are none other than Brahman. Sri Ramakrishna was once asked by a gentleman who said, tell me spirituality, teach me spirituality in one sentence. He quickly limited Sri Ramakrishna. Otherwise, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, 1,000 pages is there. One sentence. And Sri Ramakrishna said to him, Brahman is real, the world is false. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. And he said, 80 dharana karo. Realize this or contemplate this, hold on to this. And then Swami Brahmananda, who recorded this, writes, after saying this, Sri Ramakrishna fell silent. Ya boliya tini chup kariya rahi. Why did he add that interesting thing? Did not explain anything, did not go any further. That means if you want spirituality in one sentence, if you are asking Sri Ramakrishna, please tell me spirituality. Sri Ramakrishna, tell me spirituality in one sentence. The one sentence which he chose was, Brahman is real, the world is an appearance. He did not even go further on to say that you are Brahman. That's it. Brahman is real, the world is an appearance. So that is what is being said here. Even more short you can make it. Tattvamasi, you are that. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Prajnanam Brahma, this very consciousness which we all experience, this itself is the ultimate non-dual reality. Ayamatma Brahma, this very self, there, this very self, it is Brahman, the absolute non-dual reality. Now, what does this mean? How can we come to understand this first and realize it? And enjoy the benefit of it. What's the purpose of all these teachings? What's the purpose of Vedanta? The purpose of Vedanta is Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti Paramananda Praptischa. The utter cessation of sorrow, the overcoming of sorrow, transcendence of sorrow, and attainment of limitless, profound, undisturbable bliss, fulfillment, let us say Purnatva. Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti Paramananda Praptischa. That sounds like a grand aim, but it is the aim, it's all our aim. We do not put it in such profound Sanskrit words, but what are we all trying to do? Everything that we try to do from morning till night, in our dreams also, and throughout our lives, from birth till death and beyond, is exactly this. Aren't we all trying to snatch a little bit of happiness, little bit of peace, little bit of fulfillment? Aren't we trying to struggle against the problems in our life, trying to solve them or push them away? Whatever it is. Then what else are you trying? Dukkha nivritti ananda prapti. And what Vedanta says, you can actually attain deep, lasting, unshakable peace and fulfillment, and you can actually overcome sorrow. In what sense, of course, we will see. So this is the promise of Vedanta, and this we will see how we can get it. So what is the teaching? We will get that. How to understand the teaching? We will get that. How to realize the teaching, make it living reality? We will get that. And how to get the benefit of this teaching? We will get that in these three little verses. Another way that the result of Vedanta is put is moksha. Mukti, moksha, kaivalya. What is that? So we all, as Hindus, not just Advaitins, every school of Vedanta, every school of Hinduism and Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, all the Indian religions, we all believe in this cycle of birth and death. Janma Mrityu Chakra, this is called samsara, and release from this perpetual limited state of existence, birth and death. And Upanishads are more graphic. Instead of saying birth and death, which they mean, they say from death to death you will go. Mrityu samrityu mapnoti. Yaya naneva pashyati. Who sees as if there are many here. If you see non-duality, you will be freed from this cycle. So that's another way to put the result of Advaita. Moksha, Mukti, Nirvana, Kaivalya. Many words are there. This was the project of our civilization. And it continues to be the project of our civilization. This is unique to India. A deep solution to the human condition. Alright, enough advertisement. Let's dive into it now. I will chant each line. Please repeat after me. Pratasmarami hridi sansfurat atmatattvam. Pratasmarami hridi sansfurat atmatattvam. Satchit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam. Satchit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam. Yat swapna jagara sushuptamaveti nityam. Yat swapna jagara sushuptamaveti nityam. Tad brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sanghaha. Tad brahma nishkalamaham न च भूतसङ्गः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिलायदनुग्रहेण वाचो विभान्ति निखिलायदनुग्रहेण यन्नेति नेति वचनेर्निगमावोचम् यन्नेति नेति वचनेर्निगमावोचम् तं देवदेवमजमच्युतमाहुरग्र्यम् तं देवदेवमजमच्युतम् आहुरग्र्यम् प्रातर्नमामि तमसः परमर्कवर्णम् प्रातर्नमामि तमसः परमर्कवर्णम् पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यं पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यं यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषशेषमूर्तौ यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमिव प्रतिभासितं वै रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमिव प्रतिभासितं वै. Okay. It's supposed to be memorized and chanted from memory early in the morning with meaning. You sort of get the feel for it. Alright. Pratasmarami Hidi Sanskurat Atmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam. I'll give you a free translation of it. Early in the morning, upon waking up, I remember, I notice, I recognize, I note the self shining forth, Atma Tattvam, the reality about the self shining forth in my mind, literally in the heart. Satchit Sukha, what is this self? What is the truth? Atma Tattvam, Tattvam means reality. What is the truth about this self? Don't write down the translation because you will get it online. There are a lot of translations, better ones. I'm just giving a free flowing translation. Satchit Sukham, it is existence, consciousness, bliss, it is Brahman. Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam. It is Turiyam, the fourth, the goal of the Paramahamsas, Paramahamsa Sannyasis. That which yat swapna jagara sushuptim aveti nityam, that which daily, continuously, without break, illumines my waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Tad Brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sangha. I am that Brahman, existence, consciousness, bliss, which is indivisible, impartite, without any parts, attributeless. Not this collection of matter. Bhuta sangha. Sangha, the arrangement of matter, this body. So, I am not this. I am Brahman. This is the teaching. Now we will go through this. The heart of this is Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptam Aveti Nityam. We will start there and then we will see what else surrounds it. Prata Smarami. I recall in the morning. Prata, morning. Why morning? Why not other times? All other times are perfectly alright. We are going to recall it now. It's afternoon, it's evening. So that's fine too. But morning, two reasons. One is general spiritual reason. Morning, early morning, before sunrise or sunrise is highly regarded in spiritual life. In every religion, you should start your day early and start the day early with prayer, with meditation. Connect with the divine at the beginning of the day. One sadhu said, जो उदय होती सूर्य को नहीं देखता, उसके जीवन में ज्ञान सूर्य भी नहीं उदय होगा. The one who is not awake to greet the rising sun, the sun of knowledge will never rise in that person's life. So, early morning means before sunrise. Get up just before sunrise. Of course, the real purpose is you have to get up before Brahma Muhurta, which is 4 a.m. The point is here, the deeper meaning, this is the first meaning, that early morning is you start your day with your spiritual practice. Here the vedantic, the essential vedantic truth. But the deeper meaning is here, it will be connected to the practice which will be given now. When we wake up, the transition is an opportune moment to catch our real nature, to realize our real nature. Imagine dreams, especially if you were dreaming, some kind of vague dreams. Often after waking up, the dreams faded. But At the moment of waking, you have some impression of what was going on. Notice how everything in the dream disappears. And suddenly your bedroom, the bed, you're lying on the bed, it's early morning, maybe the alarm is ringing, that comes into focus. An entire world of experience, dreams, something was going on in the dream, there were people, good and bad things were happening. You were quite completely immersed in dream samsara, and you did not know it was a dream. When we wake up, we realize, oh, that was a dream. Now my day starts. This is my reality. This transition is a dramatic transition. And Vedanta wants us to catch hold of that moment and remind us of this. That's why Prata Smarami. Now, he says here, Yat Swapna Jagara Sushupti Maveti Nityam. I want us to focus on this line, the third line. What does it mean here? So, Jagara means waking world, our this waking world. And Swapna means our dreams, our dream state. Sushupti means deep sleep. So we have, broadly speaking, three states. One is this waking world, which we are sharing right now. Another one is when we fall asleep and dream. A third one is even when dreams sleep, we are asleep. But dreams are also not there. Waking is not there, dreams are not there, just blankness. There is no knowledge of anything outside. There is no knowledge of oneself also. It does not know the self, it does not know the other. That uniform blankness, deep sleep, sushupti. All of these, aveti, the one who attains. The first meaning of aveti, two meanings. First meaning of aveti is one who attains these three states. Who attains? You do, I do. Attains means you go to these states. Every day we attain these states. Right now we have attained waking state. Congratulations. But very soon we will all attain. Not here in the Vedanta class, that is always an occupational hazard. Vedanta immediately puts people to sleep, especially air conditioned. Then deep sleep also we attain. But attain, a deeper meaning, aveti, is in Sanskrit grammar also. It is used in the sense of avagati, that means to know, to realize, to experience. The one who experiences the waking, the one who experiences dreams, the one who experiences deep sleep. One might ask here, what about, just a minute, what about other states? We also experience, some have experienced anesthesia, some have experienced, there are hallucinations, there is coma, there are so many kinds of different states, in between states, daydreaming for example. Or nowadays, not here thankfully so far, but drugs in New York, around this time, 5:30, if you go out, everybody is in samadhi outside, Central Park, because they have legalized marijuana there, so weed. You're all smoking in high spiritual states, or at least high, they call it high, that is spiritual states or not. So what about those states? So many states are there. Why only waking, dreaming, deep sleep? Because broadly we have these, and this is something that we have in common every day. So all Vedanta needs is these experiences. Remember, Vedanta is not interested in our waking, actually. Vedanta is not interested in our dream, actually. Vedanta is not interested in our deep sleep, actually. Vedanta just uses these three states to point out something that we are missing. Something very valuable about ourselves. Extremely valuable. The most important truth in our lives which you have never paid attention to. That is going to be pointed out. Other states, if you bring in, those states are occasional or abnormal or rare. So no need to bring out. And those states also will point to this truth. So nothing is gained by adding those other states. What is commonly available to all, Vedanta wants to build upon that. So waking, dreaming, deep sleep are commonly available to all. What is waking? So this is all building on the smallest and most powerful of Upanishads, Mandukya Upanishad. This is borrowed from there. So waking, dreaming, deep sleep. That is the basis for self-inquiry, inquiry into who am I. What is waking? According to the Mandukya Upanishad, waking is when you, the sentient being, we, the conscious beings, we interact with the world through the doors of our senses. Through our eyes we see, ears we hear, nose we smell, skin we touch, tongue we taste. With our senses we contact an external world, or at least we appear to contact an external. Certainly the world is external. Compared to the body, the world is external. Compared to the mind, the world is external. So we contact an external world and have dealings with the external world. That is called waking state. Second, dream state. When we fall asleep, when the external world is cut out because senses shut down, you go into sleep. And you forget that you're gone. That's very crucial. You can't dream otherwise. Otherwise it will become either a lucid dream or it will break. So you forget that you are sleeping. And you seem to be in contact with an external world. In the dreams also, we seem to be seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. But it's all, after waking up, you realize it was all in the mind. So in a world generated by the mind, we dwell in that world. That is called dream state. Whatever is going on is all projected by the mind. Built up on some scholars in the mind, the world is projected in the mind. And when that also shuts down, neither contacting the external world with senses, nor the world of imagination and fancy in our dreams, everything shut down, a uniform blankness. I did not know anything, I did not even know myself. That complete blankness is deep sleep. These are the definitions of waking, dreaming and deep sleep available in the Mandukya Upanishad. I'm just translating from the Sanskrit. We can experience it just now, a sort of useful working model right now. Right now, if you open your eyes, if you look at me, if you hear with your ears, this is waking state. Now let us just close our eyes for a few seconds. Just close your eyes. Be still and inwardize. Now you will experience, we will all experience a world of thoughts, ideas, sensations inside our mind. And then suppose, just try to mentally imagine you are not hearing anything, smelling, tasting, touching, anything. Mind also is absolutely quiet, shut down, not imagining anything, not remembering anything, not enjoying or suffering anything, not even knowing that I am quiet. Sense of ego is also gone. But absolute quiet. Now gently open your eyes. When you are looking and hearing, that's waking state. When we shut down the external senses, remain in the mind, that's equivalent to the dream state. You're not dreaming because actually to dream you have to fall asleep. But it is equivalent to the dream state in the mind. And when you imagine if everything is shut down, even the ego, that is deep sleep. That's equivalent to deep sleep. 3 states. You put it in philosophical language. Sthula pradhana, when the emphasis is on the gross, that's a waking state. Sukshma pradhana, when the emphasis is on the subtle, that is whatever is in the mind, that is dream state. Karana pradhana, when the emphasis is on the causal, not casual, causal, the bij avastha, the deep sleep state. So that is deep sleep. And that's what we tried to simulate just now in that experiment. Now notice something. Here you are the waker. Upanishad calls you waker. There are technical names, we will not go into that. Those who study Mandukya, you know. I'm just putting it in simple English. This is our world. I, you, we are given a name, the waker, and this is your waking world. When we fall asleep and a dream starts, you are somewhere else, something is going on, other people are there, you are engaged in a job, or something is going on. You are there in that world, and you are seeing that world. You are called the dreamer, and you have a dream world. And then deep sleep. Just for symmetry, we will call you the deep sleeper, although there is no conscious, I am the deep sleeper. Now, if you do that, you are not in deep sleep. So, you are the deep sleeper, and that blankness which you experience is your deep sleep, quote-unquote, world. Now see, there are 3 words, 3 subjects and 3 objects. Of 3 subjects, waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. Are you with me? Not everybody is with me. See, remember in Vedanta we are not talking about anything outside our experience. It's all common experience. Every day. I am not saying anything here, Shankaracharya is not saying anything here which any of us have not experienced. He will tell us something very radical, that you are Brahman. But all the time he's saying is entirely within your experience. He's just reframing our experience, changing the paradigm, so we begin to see what our real nature is. He's drawing our attention to it. And so, waking, dreaming, deep sleep. You are a waker in the waking state now, dreamer in the dream, the one who is experiencing in the dream, and the deep sleeper in the blankness of deep sleep. Three. And you have three words. This is your waking word. And the words of the dreams, as many dreams come and go. Let's just call all of it dream word. Although there are many dreams. And the deep sleep word, quote unquote, it's basically the seed of the word. Deep sleep is like computer when it goes into sleep mode. Somebody said, oh, you're talking so much about deep sleep, आप कहते हैं लेकिन वहाँ तो कुछ नहीं है महाराज जी. कुछ नहीं है नहीं. It's like your computer. All of you understand Hindi?
Yes. Yes.
Those who do not, they will not say it. I'll translate mostly, but sometimes one or two words might go. But I might use in Hindi. So, in a computer, when it goes into sleep mode, it seems that there is nothing. No activity going on. But all your data and all the apps and everything is there. You just need to touch it once, it will come. Just like the human being touch once, suddenly come back. All apps and all problems, everything will come into action. Yeah. So, deep sleep state is like that. It's called a causal state. So, three states, three words, and three subjects: waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. And yet you are not three. You are not three. You are one. You have the waking. Right now you are waking. And after waking up from the dream, you will say, I was the one dreaming. As many dreams happened. In every dream world, I am the same one. Because I experienced all those. And deep sleep is also a kind of experience. Yes, in Vedanta, at first it seems deep sleep is no experience at all. Deep sleep is also a kind of experience. I love the statement that deep sleep is not an absence of experience, it's an experience of absence. Not that there is nothing, it's an experience of nothing. I wonder if I can do that. Can my hand? No, not that. One interesting thing I can show. Let me see. All right. Yes, I think I can do it. So here you can see this space, this one here. Huh? It's all right. Let it do.
There's a hand-free mic also.
No, that's all right. I'll come and I'll show you something. So it seems like space, nothing, no different. This space, that space. But here there's something special. You can't see it. I'll show you now. Do you see? Yeah?
Yes.
Do you see the light shining?
Yes.
This one. And if I remove it, nothing looks. That space and this space looks the same. See, it looks the same here. But suddenly you'll see something will happen. See? This place is full of blazing light. This place is full of blazing light. And you don't see anything at all. Why not? Why don't you see anything here? Because why don't you see a beam of light? But until there is something to reflect that light, you will not see the light also. Deep space, from the sun to the earth, full of light. But what does it look like? Black. When a comet goes past it, you see the blazing, beautiful tail of the comet. Those who have seen, I've seen Halley Shoemaker comet, So it blazes like the sky. It's like a trail of fire across the sky. Does the comet have its own lighting? Not at all. Huh? It is just reflecting the sunlight which is streaming from the sun to the earth. Until there is something to reflect, even light will not become manifest. Until there is some object, the fact that consciousness is there also will not become manifest. When there is nothing to see, nothing to hear, smell, taste, touch, no thought, no emotion, no idea, that you are a conscious being also will not be manifest. You are there. But because there is nothing to see, your own existence as a subject is not manifest. Unless there is an object, the subject is not manifest. Unless there is a subject, object will not be illumined. Unless the light is there, this will not be illumined. Unless this is illumined, the light will not be manifest. Here's the principle. What does consciousness do for object, for matter? It illumines matter, illumines the object. What does matter do for consciousness? Suppose light is consciousness and this is matter. Then what does it do for the light? It manifests. You become aware of the existence of awareness. This is light, but awareness. So in deep sleep what happens? There is no object. And therefore I am watching deep sleep. That is not clear. You feel there is nothing. I was not there, nothing was there. No object was there, no subject was there. Because no object was presented, the subject was not manifested. Because no object is thrust into the light, and the light also is not manifested. It's here, but you are not seeing it. So deep sleep, waking and dreaming, all three belong to one. This is what I want to say. He says, Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam, the fourth. Turiyam means fourth. What is fourth? You, the waker, who are experiencing this now, you, right now, you are one, number one. When you dream, the person in the dream, suppose often dreams are running to catch a train, or I know, like most of us Indians at least, we are scared of examinations. So as kids, I have had the fear, examination fear, sitting in exam hall and I don't remember the answer or something like that. Some anxiety regarding examination, some anxiety about catching a train or a plane or something like that. So you are there, the one who is anxious and the situation of producing anxiety is there. And then that's the second one, the dreamer. And the one who is experiencing the blankness, unmanifest nature. And that unmanifest one is also there, the deep sleeper, third one. 1, waker. 2, dreamer. 3, deep sleeper. What? All these three are known to us. We all know. Nothing needs to be said. This is not Vedanta. This is just our daily experience. What Vedanta, what Shankaracharya tells us, Turiya, the fourth one. This we don't know. This we don't know. What is this fourth one? Very simple. It is that one who owns up waking, dreaming, deep sleep, who appears as the waker in the waking world right now, who appears as the dreamer in the dream world, and who does not appear, quote unquote, in the deep sleep. So those three, the one which appears as the three, that one which is in and through all three, that one is called the Turiyam, fourth. Waker, 1, dreamer, 2, deep sleeper, 3. The real you, Turiyam. What do I mean by real you? When I say, who are you right now? I say, I am this fellow who is the waker. I would identify as the waker. This is my world, waking world, and I am the waker. In the dream, you would say the same thing. That person in the dream, the dreamer, I am that. And in deep sleeper, we can't say anything. But when we wake up, I'll say, yeah, I was the one who was sleeping deeply. Yes, that's common. That would be our straightforward answer. I was the one who slept deeply. Shankaracharya is saying, it's not wrong what you are saying, but a deeper truth, a higher truth is, all three are appearances of one being. That also we will admit, because we have to admit that I am the waker, the dreamer. Not that somebody else saw a dream, not that somebody else was sleeping. I was sleeping. Who is that I? Who is behind all these three? That is called by Shankaracharya, by actually Gaudapada introduced the term fourth, Turiya. Chaturtham, the term fourth is in the Mandukya Upanishad. In the Karika, commentary of Gaudapada, another name for four, number 4. Turiya just means number 4. But what it means is our real nature, the Atman, which shines through the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. So what? You know what it's like? One of our very great Swamis, Maharaj, you must have seen Nishraya Shanti Maharaj from South Africa. He's a disciple of Swami Shivanandaji, long before my time. But Maharaj has seen him. He was a remarkable Swami, very remarkable Swami. So he would teach these things in a very interesting way, with nice stories. So this one, he gave the example of Howrah station. And he says the Rajdhani Express is coming into Howrah station, platform number 1, very busy. The station master is watching. The Rajdhani Express comes and people get on, get off, so much activity, it's the premier train, and then it leaves the platform, station master is watching. He did not come with the express, he did not leave with that express. Next he says Malgadi, a goods train comes in. And not much activity. The driver may get down for a cup of tea or something. Station master is watching. When that also goes out, nothing, empty platform. Station master is watching. Now the waking state is compared to the Rajdhani. So much of this is our real life after all, all our problems, prospects. My whole biography is here. Apna pura dukda isme, this waking state. And then the Malgadi is like the dream state. And then empty platform is like the deep sleep state. In all three cases, there is one watcher, the station master. So that's one way of showing that you are that one witness consciousness, the Sakshi, the one consciousness. Hear this. This is the core statement of the Mandukya Upanishad. You are the one consciousness which appears as the waker and the waker's world. Now, you the waker and your world, your whole samsara, it appears, that one consciousness appears as this. Then it appears as you the dreamer and the dream world. And then it appears as you the deep sleeper and the darkness of deep sleep. Both you and your world are both appearing in that consciousness. It's not that the world exists separately and you are the conscious one who is waking and watching it, dreaming and forgetting it, sleeping and forgetting again, waking and seeing this world. That's our common sense idea. Mandukya reverses it. It says the subject and the object are both appearing in one consciousness, one awareness. You are that one awareness. I love the example of the golden ornaments. So once the same gold was made into a necklace, and then melted and made into a bracelet, and then melted and made into a ring. 3 ornaments. They look different. Necklace, bracelet, ring, and 3 names. Necklace, bracelet, ring. 3 words are used. And 3 different uses. Necklace you put on the neck. Bracelet you put here. Ring you put here. Nama, Rupa, Vyavahara are different. The names of linguistic usage is different. The looks are different, the Rupa. And the use is different. And yet it was the same, literally the same gold, which has appeared in 3 forms, 3 names, and 3 kinds of use. And yet in and through, there is only one gold. Now notice also one thing. When we say the gold is not a 4th one. Necklace, ring, bracelet. And you say there is a 4th one called gold. Not that gold is a 4th kind of ornament. Gold is the one thing which is there in all 3 ornaments. Which is the reality. The masala, which is the banana. That which is the substance, the reality of the necklace form and name and use, the reality of the ring form and name and use, the reality of the bracelet form, name and use. Same gold. Similarly, same one consciousness. It is the reality of what you call the waker and your waking life. The reality of what you call the dream and your dream life. And the reality of what you call deep sleep experience. It is one consciousness. Who is that one consciousness? You are. Aham asmi. Aham brahma tad brahma aham. I am that one consciousness, which illumines the waker and the waking world, illumines the dreamer and the dream world, illumines the deep sleeper and deep sleep world. When? Nityam. Daily. Not only daily, also constantly. Notice, you as the waker, you do not know the dreams. You are lying down on the bed. In your dream world, another world has come up and you are the person experiencing the dream world. You are the as the dreamer, you do not know the deep sleep. The waker does not know dreaming or deep sleep. The dreamer does not know waking or deep sleep. And the deep sleeper does not know anything. But there is one who knows all three. So those three, other than those three, there is one fourth which is the background of all of these. And that is called the Turiyam. In that sense, the fourth. Not as a separate, and just as gold is not a separate ornament, is the reality of the three ornaments. Turiyam is not some other type of, pure consciousness, something like that. No, it is the one consciousness which you are right now, which you are in your dreams, and which you are in deep sleep also, which illumines all of them. They come and go. Waker, dreamer, deep sleeper come and go. Waking world, dream world, deep sleep world comes and goes. You do not go. You are like the station master. You stay and shine. Those worlds come and go with their problems. Waking world comes, Rajdhani Express, with its problems and prospects. Dream world comes with its nightmares, sometimes pleasant dreams, mostly unpleasant dreams. It comes. Deep sleep comes with its blankness. All come and go. You, the consciousness, are there as the witness of it and ground of it. Witness means you are the one who knows. Avaiti nityam. Waker, dreamer, deep sleeper are not nityam. But you are nityam. You are constantly illumining all three states. If you are constantly illumining all three states, the waker, dreamer and deep sleeper come and go, it means I am not really just the waker. I am not really just the dreamer. I am not really just the deep sleeper. I am the reality behind these three. These three appear and disappear in me like dreams. I was just reading Swami Arupananda, the disciple of Ma Sharada. One point, Ma Sharada is telling him about you repeat the mantra and you have a vision of God, you meditate on that. You meditate intensely, visualize it and repeat the mantra. He protested, but that will be like a dream. You think about it a lot, it will come in your dream. So this God realization is like a dream. And Ma Sharada, of all people, she says, if it's not a dream, what else is it? Shapnanoitarki. And then she says, all of this is Shapta Shapnai. Then the Swami, he protested, no, mother, this is not a dream. Dreams are many, they come and go, unstable. This is stable. Every day you wake up to this one. And there are many arguments which try to distinguish between dream state and waking state. She did not go into those arguments. She simply dismissed it. Let it be so. It's nothing other than a dream. What do you mean a dream? Just like the dream world and the dream person appears and disappears in the mind, the moment you wake up, it's gone. Similarly, this waking world and you, the waker, you appear and disappear in that one consciousness, which you are. What is being done here? Our common sense idea of ourselves is I am the waker, this body is who I am, this mind is who I am, this body, mind, personality is who I am, this world is separate from me, and I am living in this world. Yeah, once in a while I fall asleep and have a dream, and sometimes I'm in deep sleep, unimportant, those are just imaginations or nothing. This is reality. Now Vedanta is forcing us to take a back step and go back into the one consciousness and say, in that one consciousness, this waking world and you, the waker, is appearing. What you call dreams are also appearing in this one consciousness. What you call deep sleep is also appearing and disappearing in that one consciousness. But you, that one consciousness, nityam, you do not come and go like the station master. Not only that, you are free. We are free of the problems of dream, just as we are free of the problems of dream. The moment we realize it's a dream, we realize also, oh, it was a nightmare, but it's a dream. Thank God it was a dream. It was not real. The moment you experienced it, whether it is an anxiety about the examinations or a tiger chasing you or whatever it is, you experienced it. But when we wake up, what do we say? Oh, thank God it was a dream. Why thank God? Why do you feel relief? After experiencing also, why do we feel relief? Because we realize it's a dream, it's not real. The same thing will happen to this world. When we realize the reality of this world is borrowed from you, the one consciousness. Because just like a dream, this world and the knower of this world, the subject and the object appear and disappear. in you, then you are the reality, the world is your projection. Just as in the dream, the dreamer is the reality. And the person in the dream and the world of dreams is a projection of the dreaming mind. Similarly, here there is one consciousness which is the reality, the waker and the waker's world, and also dreamer and dreamer world, and also the deep sleep is a projection which comes and goes. You are free of the problems even when the problems are arising. Problems will be there at the physical level. Problems will be there at the pranic level, at the mental level, they may be there. But they are all appearances. Physical, pranic, mental are all appearances in that one consciousness. Ever free of the physical, pranic and mental. If you are free of the physical, of the mental, of the pranic, then the problems of those levels are also not in you. Otherwise, how is it possible that somebody says, in ICU, somebody is sick and dying, crisis, will actually die in 1 or 2 days. Terrible condition. Old age, disease, death, and battle with life and death. The moment that person goes into deep sleep, is free of all problems. From that person's perspective. And not that the problems, the body will be solved. From that person, that one consciousness in which appeared the body and the world, it disappears also. If the disease and old age and financial problem and medical problem and the pain all were really connected to you, they are really part of us, then wherever we go, they would go. But when we go into dreams, they are not there. And even if they are there in the dreams, when we go into deep sleep, they are certainly not there. I am there, they are not there, so they are not intrinsically connected to me. I am there, this world is not there, world is not intrinsically connected to me, I am not trapped in this world. They are appearances and disappearances in me. I am Nityam. Tad Brahma, I am this. This is called Brahman. This consciousness, this Atman, this fourth Turiya, this is called Brahman. What is Brahman? The non-dual consciousness. There is one consciousness, apart from that there is nothing else. No second reality. How is it? So many things are there. Did I not say, in that one consciousness, you and your waking world arise? Whatever you saw in the dream, they are not apart from you. They do not constitute a countable second apart from you. I joke here, but sometimes I say, if you in lunchtime or dinner, I have a laddu, and you like the laddu. At night time, if I have 3 more dreams, in my dreams I have 3 more laddus. Will I have to say in the morning, oh, I have taken too many laddus, 4 laddus I have taken. No, the 3 laddus in the dream you don't count. Why? Because you think that the waking laddu is real, the dream laddus are not real. If they are not real, they are not to be counted. Similarly, what Shankaracharya is telling us here, whatever is the waking laddus also are not to be counted. Yeah. Compared to you, the consciousness. Diabetes problem, But waking diabetes also not there in dream. Dream diabetes not there in deep sleep. Consciousness has no diabetes. That does not mean that you will not treat the problem at the body level. This is an important point. This is essential for getting the benefit of Vedanta. And one sadhu put it so beautifully. He said, how do you apply Vedanta? जो चीज जहां का है महात्मा जी उसको वहीं रहने दीजिए. Whatever belongs to, don't misplace things. Physical problem, old age, body. Old age belongs to body, not to me, the one consciousness which illumines waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Waking state, body has become old, and the old age belongs to the body, not to consciousness. Consciousness has not become old. I'm overweight. Then, overweight, I am not overweight. I am the one who illumines the waking state body which is overweight. Overweight characteristic of the waking state body. Let it remain there, don't put it in. It's ridiculous if you say consciousness is overweight. Will the doctor say, you are 200 or you are 100 kgs consciousness, you reduce it to 60 kgs consciousness? No, ridiculous. Body, that is not denied. And you have to take care of the body at that level. But don't take the problem of the body on yourself. Anxious, anxiety, mind. You are not anxious. You are illumining the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, which has for the time being a wave of anxiety. Don't take it too seriously. You're very anxious in the dream. When you wake up, what happened? Oh, it was a dream, nothing important. Many who are parents here, one sadhu said, don't give importance to the mind. मन छोटी बच्चे जैसा है, छोटा बच्चा जैसा है. कभी रोता है, कभी हंसता है. Parents know that neither the laughing nor the crying of the child is of any importance. So I remember I was once in an airport, transitioning at night, and in front of me there was a family with a little kid who they gave him a chocolate. It was late in the night, and this chocolate, was very happy with it. The chocolate bar was broken. That's all. Started crying so much in the departure lounge. Big departure lounge. From this end to that end, you can hear the screams ringing out. For what? The bar is broken. Our minds are like that. Almost nothing is of importance to you from your perspective. So Vedanta teaches us, keep the things which belong where you keep it there. Diabetes belongs to the body, at most to the pranic level. Keep it there, treat it there. With medicine, diet and whatever medical, treat it there. At the physical level. But don't take it upon yourself. Consciousness, Turiya has no diabetes. Turiya has no anxiety. So, Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham, partless Brahman I am. Brahman does not have parts. So Sat Chit Ananda, it says existence, consciousness, bliss. We could go on about this, but today I am keeping time in view. They are not parts of Brahman. They are not qualities of Brahman. They are not properties of Brahman. Swami Vivekananda said, it's not that Brahman is, that it exists. No, it is existence itself. Not that it has knowledge. It is knowledge itself. Not that it is joyful. It is joy or fulfillment itself. It's not that some Atman or Brahman is something that exists. This exists. Table exists. This microphone exists. But existence itself is Brahman. It's like this. All the ornaments are gold. They are all made of gold. Gold is not another kind of ornament. All the ornaments are gold. Gold is not another kind of ornament. Similarly, Brahman is not that it exists, but it is existence itself. So it's a gold. Brahman does not exist. No, it is more than existence. And more than that it exists. It is existence itself. Which is more real? If you say Brahman is not a thing which exists. Atman is not a thing which exists. Someone might say, then it's not real. Only existing things are real. It is more than real. What we consider to be real is more than real. Which is more real? The necklace or gold? A bracelet or gold? Gold. Not all are sure. And give me then you take the real thing, necklace and the bracelet, give me the gold. No, it will not, nothing will be left. The real value is in the gold. Then somebody told me, Swami, you don't understand. Real value is in the brand, Tiffany's brand, and in the design. Then that's why the same material with the new brand and design and all, will multiple times the price will you have to pay. I said, all right, whatever you are saying, even in the best Tiffany's store also, if you take the gold away, how much of the brand will be left? Will it hang in the air? Nothing will be there. Similarly, the masala, the substance, the bricks, mortar and concrete of this, of your experience, is consciousness only, existence only, existence consciousness. And that's what's called Brahman. They are not parts. Again, let me share a funny story here. One Swami, I worked under him in a very big center. He was the head. And there were many smaller units in that center. So one of those units got a donation from a donor for work for children in the locality. And the donor said, this should be put up in a plaque. This is my donation. I'll tell you what was the thing he wanted it to be written. Akhanda Brahme, Khanda Swarup, Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna, who came as a part of the partless Brahman. So part of the partless Brahman. Then the Swami under whom I was working, he flew into a fury. He said, no, I will not allow the partless to be divided into parts. I will not allow the indivisible to be divided. Brahman is indivisible and Nishkalam, without any parts. I will not allow the indivisible to be divided. And he say, I will not allow this flag to be put up. Then the Swami who was in charge of that unit, he was standing outside. He told me, I don't care, indivisible, divisible, all those things I don't understand. I was called. To call that boy, he knows Vedanta more better than it. I had to ask him, can the indivisible be divided? Then Swami said, see, I don't know about all this indivisible, divisible, but I don't want the donation to be divided. Donation should be completely divisible. I am that in one consciousness, waking, dreaming, deep sleep, not divided into waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. One consciousness. Na bhuta sangaha, not this bundle of matter. It appears to me only in the waking state. Moment you fall asleep, it's gone. Moment you go into deep sleep, nothing is there. And you come back again, disappears. How can you be it? Think about it. It seems like a very simplistic logic, but it makes great deal of sense. Think about it from your perspective. We're thinking about it from a third person, from a materialistic perspective. Even when I'm sleeping, so only body is there. Who cares? You are not there, you are not connected to that body in your, what is called phenomenological awareness. As you experience life, this body comes into your experience and disappears from your experience. Every time you fall asleep, every time you dream, every time you are concentrated on something, not thinking about the body is not part of your experience. Why we think in this way? We root ourselves in the body because we have somehow, sort of taken into ourselves as gospel truth the materialist reductionist paradigm that I, the consciousness, am being generated by this brain. So body is fundamental and I, the consciousness, am a product. That's what we think. And here comes the hard problem of consciousness. Right now, the consciousness studies experts, neuroscientists, psychologists, brain scientists, philosophers, all over the world. We are living in a time that there's a great deal of interest in consciousness. And they are saying that they're coming to this understanding we cannot reduce consciousness to brain states. There's a close correlation. The correlation is not causality. How do objective states of the brain produce you, the consciousness? No way of explaining. So consciousness is not a product of the brain. I'll end with words of this Evan Thompson. He's a professor of philosophy who wrote a book about this, partly about it, Knowing, Dreaming, Being. Evan Thompson, professor of philosophy in British Columbia. So he says there, the study of consciousness is not a new thing. It started 5,000 years ago in ancient India in the texts called the Upanishads. And then he goes on to say, these Upanishads are of such significance in the history of human thought that we should not date our history, instead of dating our history parochially as AD and BC, we should date history, world history, as before Upanishad and after Upanishad. And this is such is significant. Where you might track. Prata smarami vidisanspurat atma tattvam. This, at the moment of waking, this I shines forth. What is this I? It is existence, it is awareness, it is bliss. It is what the Paramahamsas seek, for which people become sadhakas. But here Paramahamsa does not just mean the Paramahamsa sannyasi, it basically signifies adhikari. We must develop ourselves with a fourfold qualification, sadhana chatushtaya, so that we can actually realize this. What do they realize? The fourth. What is the fourth? Yat swapna jagara sushuptam aveti nityam. That one which witnesses the three. Waker, waker's world, dreamer, dreamer's world, deep sleeper, deep sleep world. Tat Brahma, I am that Brahman. Indivisible. Brahman does not have waker, waking world, dreamer, dream world, deep sleeper, deep sleep world. Gold by itself, does it have necklace, bracelet, ring, names, forms, use? Nothing. As gold, it's just gold. As consciousness, you're just consciousness. In you appear these three. Naja bhuta sangaha. Not at all this limited bundle of flesh and blood. It is appearing. Let it go in its own way. I am free of it, even when it is appearing. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna.
Tomorrow, the class starts at 5 o'clock. Please come in time tomorrow. There will be even more people. So please come and sit. Always start from the middle so that people who come afterwards can occupy the seats. Now please disperse quietly. First wait for a few minutes. Maharaj will leave, then you can all go. Those of you who want to attend the Aarti can do. Let's go quietly, contemplate about what you heard and come prepared for tomorrow's session. It needs a lot of thinking. Namaskar.
We can have question and answers tomorrow.
Yeah.